My name is Lindsay, and I am a licensed pharmacist and a cosmic coach that helps people better understand themselves using astrology. And today we're going to talk about what's a zodiac sign, how to find yours. And trust me, you're going to want to stay tuned because I've worked with people that thought they were one sign and found out they were something different based on the information I'm going to share with you today. Now, it's important to talk about what a zodiac sign is or how it's determined. Imagine standing on top of the earth and getting a complete 360-degree view of the night sky. You see all the stars and constellations. This sky has been divided into 12 different signs based on that part of the sky or the constellation that you see in that point. If I now take a snapshot of what the sky looks like at any given point, let's say when we're born, we'll see that there's more than just the Earth. There's the sun, there's other planets, there's comets. And based on where those planets sit when I take that snapshot in time, that's how we know what sign it's in. It's going to be sitting in one of those different 12 areas that we divided the sky into. This is why when somebody asks you what's your sign, they could be referring to what's your moon sign or what sign is your Jupiter in, what sign is your Venus in. However, most people these days, when they ask you what's your zodiac sign or what's your sign, they're referring to your sun sign. Your sun sign is the core of your personality. The sun itself literally sits at the center of the solar system. Your sun sign not only gives us clues into what your personality traits are, but we can also see what your life's purpose is. We can look at what is fulfilling for you or gives you your sense of self. To find your sun sign, you typically only need the day you were born. There's a specific range of dates where the sun will pass in front of each zodiac sign. Okay, so just to clarify, the sun itself isn't actually changing positions. As the Earth orbits around the sun, it looks like the constellation or zodiac sign positioned behind the sun is changing throughout the year from our perspective here on Earth. Since astrology is based on that perspective, it's common to say the sun is moving, and it makes things easier to explain. But here's where it gets a little tricky. The date range assigned to each zodiac sign is usually a good guideline. However, if you were born on a cusp, which is a day or two from when we went from one sign to the next sign, I usually recommend that you check your actual birth chart with your exact date of birth and your time of birth. Every year, the sun doesn't actually move from one sign to the other at the exact same time. For example, I've had somebody that was born on December 21st. They thought they were a Sagittarius. However, that time of day that they were born was when the sun happened to already move into the next sign, so they were a Capricorn. If you're curious about pulling up your birth chart, I usually recommend that most people go to a website called astroseek.com. It's very easy to pull up and user friendly. Of course, there's a lot more to say about this topic, which is why I wrote about it here, and I included a reference table to help you find your sun sign. But if you already know your sign, let me know in the comments. What's your sign? Either way, I'll see you in the horoscope.